Hello, Camp Candyland crafters. I had to say that all C's, right? I'm so glad you're here. I am so excited to start this camp. This is a pre-camp, so I know that you guys, since I sent the kits out, and again, as I mentioned before, you do not need a kit to play along with this month-long camp. It's virtual, and you can improvise on whatever you would want to do. So, and this goes with making the journal, which what I'm going to be doing today too. I will be using a book. I thought about actually using the Candyland book with rings. I went all over the place, you guys, with this. I think I finally made a decision. And then I was talking to my sister this morning about it. She's going to do rings as well, and she's going to be using a binder. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that too. But then I have this other idea in my head that I've been thinking about for probably a week or more. And I decided to go with that. I know, so I'm all over the place. But today we're going to be making the journal. Again, this is a pre-camp. When I start the camp, you can still start making your journal at that time because there are prompts throughout the month of July. Some are writing, some are creating, some are adding just various things to your journal. So it's very freeing. It's not strict because we're in Candyland. So this is going to be fun. There's not any rules to anything. It's what your heart desires. If you want to use a traveler's notebook, you can use whatever, a small, like a junk tag, a big binder, you could do that. I mean, it's just getting creative and having fun. That's what we're here for. So I'm going to show you guys what I finally decided to do and finish assembling my journal with you guys here. I will be ripping my book up today, so I'll show you how I'm going to be using that book within my journal. And then there's a supply list of, if you didn't see my last video, there's a video on what I'll be using throughout the month of July in my journal. So it's just, and a lot of these, if you're crafters, you probably have them in your craft room. Not gonna lie. So I try to use things that I had within my craft room or that I purchased, of course, for the kids and things like that. So take a look at that video. I'll link that below for you to view. And then the fun starts tomorrow with the Candy Crafty Pajama Party. So it's virtual. I've done this before, and I was looking through my notes, through my computer, and I guess it was over Christmas one year I did that. So this is so much fun. So what I'm going to be doing is adding shorts throughout, and I hope to have a more precise, like, okay, so starting at, say, 6 p.m. Tomorrow, Central Standard Time, or I might start it earlier because I know that with our time frames we're all different. So I'm gonna look at what I did last time and get a better idea of what I did. But this time, instead of uploading videos, which takes sometimes forever for, especially because I live out where we don't have very fast internet. Sometimes uploading videos, and of course, you guys, I'm going to be doing this like on the time. I haven't pre-done any videos, but instead of doing videos, I'm going to do shorts on YouTube. So they still will be uploaded to YouTube, but they're going to be considered shorts. So that way I can easily upload them on my phone and do quick videos of adding different things. And as you can tell, it's very fun. It's adding material, using crayons, add sparkle. So I'll have this as a printable for you guys as well. It's just a fun little bingo game of like doing fun things for that we can all do together virtually in the comfort of our living rooms or our craft rooms or wherever you like to craft at. And this is just fun. This isn't really, you can do this even in your, and like say for example you're doing a journal, you don't have your journal together, you're not going to have time, you can still play along with the Crafty Pajama Party, you guys, and just do these things in your regular journal. So it's lots of fun, and it's very it's fun. I mean, I love doing it, and I was so excited because the last time I did this is given, I love history, so let me give you a little history on the pajama party. It has to have been over 5 years, I think, because I did not have it in my current computer. I had to go pull this off my blog. I know. I was like, I know I had a bingo game. What did I do with it? I couldn't find it in my computer. And then luckily my blog keeps all my history, so I'm so grateful for it. And so anyway, that I pulled this off and I just added some candy little elements, little illustrations along the outside of it and put it on this polka dotted background, and that way you can cut it out and put it in your journal. So let's get to what I'm doing for my journal. Ta-da! This is going to be, you know, it's been a moment, you guys, because I could not figure out what I wanted to do. And I wanted to do something that I didn't, you know, I'm always thinking about, you know, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to do exactly what I do, or you know, and I know everybody has their own ideas, and I want you guys to do your own thing that makes you happy and not stress you out about things, because I know when I start trying to do things like somebody else does, I get really, it doesn't turn out, and then I'm disappointed, and I don't want, that's the last thing I want you guys to be, is disappointed. So keep in mind, if you want to just, if you got a book and you want to tear out the illustrations, because that's a lot what I'm going to be doing here, and while I'm chit-chatting with you guys, I'll go ahead and do that. So if you have never taken apart a golden book, it's easy. Now these newer, no, the newer ones are more easier than the older ones, because the older ones, they used heavy duty staples, you know. And yes, this is a perfectly good Candyland book. You can get them on Amazon. I think they're $5, I think. And so I was so excited to see they even had a Candyland. I pre-ordered these a while back when we decided we were going to be doing Candyland camp. So yeah, so that's kind of the history behind that. But so yeah, so if you want a Candyland book, get it. If not, you can print things offline. You can do, you know, if you want more of the venture, what do you call it, the vintagey style, you can, I've been finding games, you guys, at thrift stores, and actually I'm going to be using part of my game in this book in particular, because I'm going to be using bingo, the bingo. I didn't even know they had a Candyland bingo until I bought them for those little bitty characters. They had little cardboard cutout characters that you play bingo with, and so I started buying them on eBay for the kids, because I wanted to have some sort of character in there, but I knew buying games were going to be, it was going to get crazy expensive for one, and two, it was hard to find, and I like the older characters more, and those were hard to find, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to have enough for these kits, you know, to put a character in each kit. Well, then I saw these, I bought them at first, they didn't have the Candyland bingo game with it, and they were all the little men and characters, and I was like, oh, cool, that's perfect. So I can include one of those. I wish I had mine. I put it in my supply video, so I showed the little guy. And so anyway, when I ordered, then I realized there was a whole bingo game out there. Did not know that. And so I ordered this. I bought off eBay the whole box, and I know I took it apart. I know it's been around for what? This one says 1978 or 79, 78, and I took it apart and I distributed all the little men. And I'm not guilty about it. But I had these bingo cards, and I thought, okay, I'm going to use it somehow. Well, then I started thinking I could use those as journal covers, and it would create like a really big journal, and how fun would that be? Then maybe I wouldn't get such an alligator mouth on my journal as I fluff it up. So these are all the things that have been going through my head. Now I've come to a decision, and we're going to put it together. So, okay, so what I did is, since the journal is a lot, these are the bingo card pieces, and since the journal is such a big journal, I took cardstock, regular old color cardstock, and I started cutting it down. But then and that's when I was like, oh, I've got to do the rings with this because of the size. This is an odd size to have to fold either, you know, in half. You know, look how small it is compared to the book pages. But I had an idea that, and I haven't done this in a long time, and you guys, I absolutely love it. I'm gonna have to trim this up a little bit. But I took my masking tape, which I have all these colors, and the reason I haven't done it is because, well, and I know I have a yellow, oops, yarn. I know I have a yellow, and I don't know if, I think I might have a purple somewhere, but I don't know where they are right now. But I was been moving, as you guys know, I've been moving my craft room into the garage, and this masking tape, I was like, oh, I totally forgot about this. This was in a cubby, and I'm like, oh, and then I started thinking about, well, I could add masking tape as to tape these two pieces of paper together to make it big enough to fit in these bingo cards. And I was like, and then I could sew the way that I want to sew. And I was kind of on the fence because I was like, oh, well, what if I want to add, you know, later on down the line. I don't know if I'm going to put this in here. I'm starting to have second guesses about this because I love the brown paper, but I don't know. I think I'm going to, listen, see, it's a constant change of mind, but oh, this is what it looks like. And I'm going to put one together for you guys. So I masking taped the two pages together, and then I'm going to use this as my binding. And I'll show you all the paper I put in here because I tore up with some Lisa Frank books I had. I really wanted to make this like fun inner child play, and I really am happy about it now. Okay, so this is it. And I took some coloring pages from a Lisa Frank book I had, and I'm going to add some of my candy. I'm going to add a couple of my Candyland pages in there because I really do think I'm going to cut the characters. This guy, I just love this guy. This guy reminds me of like total fun, jolly, because he's jolly. But I thought about adding this to my cover because it has all the characters, or even this one. It's so cute. Oh, that means I have to choose because they're on the back pages of each other. So anyway, that's where I'm at. So let's go ahead and pick a couple of pages that I can add. I think I'm going to do these two. And then I can cut these out, cut on these, and add the images to my journal as I come along, as I go through it. So, okay, so I'm going to put that away. Let's go ahead and tape two more pages together so I can show you. I know, I mean, it's pretty, you kind of get the idea, but I wanted to show you guys how I did it. So I took two, let me move this. Yeah, I'm going to be using, and I'm doing this along with, I'm basically kind of winging it with you guys because I'm not sure exactly how to bind it, but in my head I have an idea. And I feel like I had some of these, because these are a pain to like undo. So I was leaving them kind of open like this so I didn't have to peel it off every time. So I did one side. And you could use like, I used some like different cardstock that I had. But look how big those pages are. And since I am doing an in-person event, you know, I'll be documenting that in my journal, so I wanted to have some space. And then I just folded it over like that. So I just kind of taped those two pages together. Okay. So let me show you what's in here, and then we'll add we'll add these two pages. So I really kind of want this being in the beginning, since it is the beginning of the book, like the Candy Castle. And then, so we're gonna have this. Oh, let me see here, you guys. Am I crooked? Sorry, I'm at my kitchen table, you guys, because I still haven't gotten an air conditioning unit for my garage, and it's summer here and it's like 100 degrees, so I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I miss my air conditioning, but I love the space, so it's a work in progress. Okay. So then I used some kind of thin paper that I had. And this one, I wanted to put this in the front, this junk food. Actually, what I wanted to do was, okay, I'm losing my mind here. Let me see here. I got off course. Okay, so it's this one. The only concern I have is getting through the needle with this masking tape, but we can do it. We've done it before, right? So I have my kittens from Lisa Frank, and then that's what I wanted. I wanted a little bag to glue in here, and so when I had first put this together, I had this at the back, but I wanted the bag at the beginning, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. And that's part of the camp. What we're going to be doing at camp. So, make sure I'm not crooked with you guys. Okay, and then the stripe paper, we've got another piece of cardstock. I don't know where I guess I used regular like printer paper. Oh yeah, and then I used, okay, I'm not going to get there yet. So then Lisa Frank, some more cardstock, another piece of paper, a coloring book from a Rainbow Bright coloring book, and then these are the cardstock, Lisa Frank, music paper, cardstock, some more music paper. I think that's the beginning, and then we go back through to the end. So that kind of gives you an idea of what's in the book. Okay, let's get this straightened up. And the reason I'm doing the bag is because I wanted to put a bag or envelope in my journal, because part of the things that I'm going to be doing throughout the Candyland is anytime I get candy, or I get a sticker from a candy, or I get something sweet or whimsical or childlike throughout the month, I want to add it. It's going to be part of the prompts too. I'm going to be adding it to my journal, but I want to add it to have a pocket in here to collect things. So that's why I'm putting my pocket in there. And I'm telling you guys about too. Now, if you don't have a pocket, you can put an envelope. You can tape an envelope. You can just have an envelope on the side and collect things throughout the month. It's not. It's for something fun at the end. Okay, so I'll put that there. Oh, we got one more paper. This may be too much paper for our journal because, again, this is month long, but as I saw before, it can get fluffy, and the fact that I'm going to be doing like an in-person event, it makes it, I add all those memories to that as well. Okay. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to get my two covers, and I'm going to cover them with this this vintage wrapping paper that I have. From Pinwells. This is like old Current. Remember the Current magazines? Don't you miss those, you guys? Okay. So I'm going to just glue. I think I'm going to use my Fabric Fix just so it seals really good on here on this. I think regular would do it too, but I'm going to use Fabric Fix to. I should have brought, being that I'm dealing with a bigger surface, I should have brought a ruler or something to smooth it out. Okay. And I'm okay with it overlapping because I'm going to be trimming. Actually, I could have use different wrapping paper to each side, but that's okay. That is so pretty. Okay, so let's do the other side really quickly. Like I said, I'm going to be kind of winging it with sealing to putting it together because how I'm going to do this. Staying away from myself because I have done journals before and I do not know why. Maybe because I've only done it like once or twice and I don't have the experience, but sometimes with me adding a spine, like, I know a lot of you guys, or I've seen it on YouTube, and that's what I'm like, oh, I could do that. And I've even made one here on YouTube showing you guys how to do it. But when I go back and look at those journals, I'm not happy with the way that they look for myself. They are, when I add a spine in, like a cardboard spine, and I know that's very popular, but maybe I don't add enough signatures, because the one book I'm thinking about, there's 2 that I've created, or maybe 3, that I've added like a cardboard spine in there, and I've only put like 1 signature, and it's like it doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't, it's not enough because like on the spine, like, or maybe my cardboard's too big, or I use washi tape to like some of it seal it and it's coming apart, and I'm just not happy with them. So I really didn't want to do that. I wanted to just, that's why I was going to do rings, and then now I'm going to do this. So I hope it works. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is get a piece of felt, and I'm going to create a spine with the felt, and then I'm going to cover it with material. And if I had a sewing machine, I mean, I do have a sewing machine, but if I had a sewing machine set up, I would sew it. Again, that's something I still want to do, but that's another time. Because now that I have all this, I'm going to be I have a lot more space, I can get my sewing machine out and work on it. So what I want to do is create like a spine that bends, right? That goes. Fingers crossed, you guys, this works. Like I said, this is something, is this too big? I don't want to cover it up too bad, but I'm okay because we're going to be doing a candy material on it. So, and I'm going to be covering those covers up. So here we go. We're going to do this. So I'm going to put a very nice, generous amount of fabric glue. Where's this go? So probably down here, right here, right? And I put way too much fabric glue on this side. Put it over here because I'll be using that. I think I'm going to leave a little bit of a crease in there for it to fold accordingly. Nervous, hope it works out. And then I'm going to put glue on here. So with the bingo, like I said, we're going to we're going to, excuse me, my nose itchy. I want to just add the fun into my journal. I'm not going to be doing any of the prompts. This is pre-camp, and we're just going to be heavy duty fabric scissors. So I'm hoping that with this flexibility, it'll work. But anyway, this is like a pre-camp fun, because like I said, I've seen a lot of you guys like working in your, already putting your planner, putting your journals together. And it just seems like, I'm like, oh, before I made like a suitcase, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do my, do a suitcase. So I think, ooh, okay. Hold it in place. Bent it too early. Glue going everywhere. It's okay. Okay, now let me find my material. This is some cute material. My friend Robin made me an apron, you guys. And I did post it on my Instagram. It is the cutest thing you ever did see. And she sent me the extra material, which I thought was so sweet. And so I'm going to use it in my journal. Of course, we got to add, and that's even one of the prompts, but I'm not, this isn't one of the prompts I'm using, but that's one of the bingo prompts, is to use material in your, I don't want to give away all of it. I want you guys to look at it and have fun with it. Okay, so then I'm going to add some material over this, like that. And again, we're not even, we're okay with that. I'm a messy crafter, as you guys are knowing for a while now, if you've been following me. If not, if you're new here, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you play along. This is so fun. This is actually the 4th camp I've done, but it's basically the 3rd summer camp. The other one I did, I think I did close to COVID, and it was a virtual event. And I don't think I've posted anything on YouTube, even though it was like you signed up for it. And then what I decided was, I'm like, I want everybody to play along. You know, I don't want it just to be like, if you paid for it, you get to play along. But I wanted everybody to play along. So that's when I started doing the summer camps, virtual summer camps on the summer. So I could put Rick Rack, that can be part of my journal. Okay, so, and then this side, I do not want to cover, I'm okay to cover the candy because we're going to be doing, but I don't want to cover the candy laying up, So let me go ahead and straighten this up just a tad. And I don't think I need that much, right? Let's see here. Even though I want it to really be supportive of the spine, I think I can cut just this little layer. That's a fun thing about using material that has stripes. You know where to cut at. Okay. Actually, did we put it on the material? I think we did, didn't we? Do y'all tell I'm wearing my clown outfit today? I love this thing. It's so comfy and cute, And plus, it fits the mood. We're playful. We're having fun. It's not a scary clown. It's a fun clown. And see, I'm gonna do something. Let me see what, if I flip this over, would that be perfect or no? I'm gonna cut it. Now that I got glue everywhere, I'm gonna cut it. It's okay, that glue dries. And I'll wipe some of it off. I really, really should have wet ones in here when I'm playing with glue. Okay, there we go. I got stuff everywhere. Okay, so far so good, right? And see, like I feel always have stuff like this happen where the paper comes up on the edges. And I can always washi, but I don't know, like, you know how I mentioned earlier about me having issues with the washi sticking? That's what I've noticed, like, in some of my other journals. And I know it depends on the washi that you use, but sometimes I need to glue that down. I'll come back and touch things up, but and then I can do my rickrack, or I can do my trims. Okay, so I would normally let that dry, but since we're doing our video, and we're gonna go ahead and add this, right? And I'm on the fence. You know, part of being a junk journal is you have stuff like this hanging out, or do you? Let me make sure that everything's in here accordingly. I can always trim it or embrace the sticking out part. Because I'm sure I'm going to have lots of stuff sticking out. But like, I can trim this. Yeah, not a straight line, but you know what? We're okay with it. Actually, you know what? Let me, before I start doing all crazy stuff, let me put it together with my sewing, with the sewing. Let's put the glue away. Okay, this is where I fight with it, right? But I'm gonna win. We're gonna win together. Okay, so we need our awl, and we need our, I thought about doing material, but I thought, oh, this is thick. Not material, but that was the other thing I thought about doing. You know how when you're a kid and you're putting together a journal in school, and you put the yarn, you put the yarn through here and you tie it. I totally wanted to do that. But I wanted to use the fabric from the binding that we had, and I just thought, you know what, this could end up being. You know what I need to do though, now that I think about it, since I'm gonna be, well, I guess I could go more in the middle. Okay, I was just worried about this. No, I don't have to be worried about it. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I was worried about. I'm not worried. We're not worrying in this. Candyland does not allow you to worry, right? Other than getting a bellyache if you eat too much candy. Okay. Even though I did read the story of Candyland, and I'm going to do a little bit more research, because you know I love my research and I love to know history of stuff. And I know that the game was created during by a nurse that had polio, right? Or that when she was in the, she didn't have polio. I don't think she did. But she was working in a hospital where they were treating kids with polio. And so she created a game that not only that all ages kids can play because it's based on colors, right? And so, whoa, there we go. It's based on colors. So so everybody, all ages could play, right? So then she, let me see, 1, 2, 3. So then she, I should have done it closer. Would you wouldn't even be able to tell. But see, I need to make sure that, maybe I should do the edges of this. I'm sorry. Let me get sidetracked because I put a hole here, but I'm thinking I should have put it further down. I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm going to put it further down. So she created the game for all ages. So, but the game that I have in my game closet that I've had, I bought it for my son back in 1999. That's the version that I have. It actually has a whole story to it, right? Where they are going to go save the king from the licorice dude. I wanted to call him Larry Licorice. I don't think that's his name. Lord Licorice. And so, and not the licorice dude, right? And so, that's what the story is. And I'm curious, that's not in the middle, but we are going to go with it, you guys, because it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be put together. So I'm curious, is that a really true story that the nurse put together, or I'm sure it isn't. But I'm just curious, like, where did the story come from that they made up? Because that's what I did when I created the prompts for the camp, is I followed the storyline of what was on that one game. So I'm just curious if you have a Candyland, do you remember having a story with yours, or is that just something that is on certain of them, or is that just the 1999 version game, or whoa, wait a second here. Okay, where's the hole? It's not lined up again anymore. It doesn't seem like it. Maybe it is. Oh, it is. Okay, all is well in the world. See, it's not in the middle, but that's okay. We are gonna go with it. That's what I was, anyway, inquiring minds over here. I was curious about when you guys, what am I doing here? I'm all over the place. This thing has just like, okay, we need to regroup. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? I sound like The Office. Okay, sorry, my brain's all over the place. These weren't holding them in place, and all of a sudden I noticed that it was like way sticking out. The paper was like like an inch out. Oh, it is. So maybe that's just some of my pages are bigger than this album. I thought I measured them besides the coloring pages. Okay, let me regroup here and put different holes in. We're just going to punch all the holes all kind of in here, aren't we? That just goes to show that, you guys, this is your journal. And like me, if you are not worried about it being totally perfect, then you know that I am not either. And it's your journal. You can do with it what you will. And the way I look at it, what me and my sister used to always talk about when we scrapbooked and we like wrote out something that shouldn't have been there or put something down, there's always something you can use to cover it up with. Tape, material, stickers, of course, lots of stickers. again. Let's see. Sometimes I get overexcited about adding way too many pages in a journal. Sorry, I know that this is not. What I'm doing here is I'm opening up this little gap here so I can see where the hole in the papers are. And I'm making my way up. I knew it was going to be kind of challenging also with the masking tape because it adds another layer of like stickiness to it. But ta-da! The needle's coming out, you guys. Okay. So I bought this pretty little mat to do my video on, but if I punch down with this like that on my mat, it's gonna put a hole in it because it's really like one of those computer mats. But I just thought it was pretty. Aha! We can breathe. We won the battle again. I think I battled with my other journal too that I just created with you guys. My travel journal, which I am going to create another video probably right after this and show y'all how I'm going to put together the insides again. I'm just taking the papers and I'm just looking for the needle as I punch through into the holes and finding that hole right there. Maybe. Uh-oh. What is that hole at right there? I just took this whole thing apart. Everybody else always makes this look so smooth, right? I think they just put way too much stuff in mine. That's okay. It always ends up working itself out because I'm gonna win this battle of putting my journal together. Let's put these back in there so I can keep the pages straight. I think I'm gonna put one on each side. But it's the same process, it's just I'm battling with this one for some weird reason. Okay. Then I'm gonna bring my needle. I've got glue all over my hands, and I'm gonna come back up through the middle, and I'm just gonna open this up to see. Oops. You know, I'm doing this with you guys together, so I don't want you to be like, you want me to do what? Like I said, do what makes you feel comfortable. This was a whim that I had, and I had to see if I could do it. I'm just going to flip through these pages while I see that needle come through, and then we'll straighten it up. See, these pages are all over the place. I think I put way too many pages in my book. But I'm determined to make this work. Oh, see, now it's coming through. Come back here. Let me get my awl out. I hate it when it like starts feeding it through the material. Oh, what do you call it? The other. Let me find that ribbon. We're getting close. It's when it starts. The needle goes through the actual string, because that creates all sorts of problems. Where did it go? Where did my needle go? It's like trying to find a... Did I accidentally push it back through? Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, come on. We're almost close. We're getting close, you guys. There it is. We're getting close. Let's pull this one back up. Those book pages are kind of strange in that book. They almost have like a perforated middle. Okay, we're getting close. Let's do this other page. Put the needle through. Don't get lost. There you go. Keep coming, you got it. Kept talking the needle through the pages. Okay. Let's all take a deep breath. We did it. We won. Okay. Now, I'm going to undo this. And the last time I did this with my other one, I didn't pull it tight enough, and that is the trick. So, we want to make sure it's tight. Okay. Wow. Thanks for sticking out with me, you guys. If you've been with me through all of this, or you're like, wow. Okay, here we go. Let's make sure everything is tight. It's all tight. And we're going to tie it in a knot. 2 knots. 3 knots for good measure. Wow. That was a challenge. Okay. And then I'm going to come through here, and when we are playing our... Oh, I just realized it says bingo here, and we're going to be playing bingo. Is that just not cute? I'm going to punch some holes in here and put put the ribbon, and we're going to decorate the front, but that's going to be all done either at camp or at pre-camp. I don't know yet. But let's put some edges on here just to pretty it up a little bit. I think silver would be perfect. But yeah, it's going to have to sit under some books to be able to smash down the cover. Yeah, I like that. That looks cute. That fancies it up, doesn't it? They're stuck. Those are stuck too. I'm gonna need 3. I really, I looked for page corners that were different colors because I thought, well, I want to have like, and then I thought, well, I can always paint them. But with the metal, paint can be tricky. It makes it pretty, more complete. Yeah, so I'm going to go stick this under some heavy books to get it in the right direction of being flat. And then that way tomorrow when we start our bingo, we will it'll be ready. And I don't know, I might have to come in here and trim these pages. We'll see tomorrow. But for now, I know this video's probably gone on forever since I fought with my binding for so long. Oh, you know what? I could put these together too. But I don't like to, I can go find me one of these because I like to keep these in my kit so everything's in one spot. All right, you guys, thank you so much for sticking with me if you've stuck out this far. I know it was a challenge for me to do the binding, but I got it done. We won. We got it. Now we got this great funky junky Candyland bingo book that, is my journal. How fun. I'm so impressed with it myself. Now that I got it done. But anyway, all right, you guys, go print out down below. I'll have it on my blog, the printout of the bingo. I'll put it on Patreon, so it's on Patreon. If you need supplies, if you're wondering what to pick up or have in your stash, just come by and I'll link the link below to that video, and that's also available on my blog as well. So you guys stay sparkly as always, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Actually, I'll see you. I am going to be putting together some videos. I have some journals I'm putting together. None of them are going to be binding. Oh wait, I think there is going to be one that's binding. My creative daily journal for July and August. But anyway, it shouldn't be as challenging as this one. Let's hope. All right, you guys, y'all stay sparkly. Bye-bye.